Good morning, YouTubers. We're just out here delineating some wetlands and streams. You can look up here, just beyond the glady area with the limestone bedrock. I delineated a wetland, and that runs up here through all kinds of good stuff, like, what is that, Carex lurida, or maybe Frankii. Got you a good stand of Lyricea right here of some sort. I think it's the Virginica one. And now we're going to be going up this channel and decide if this is a stream or a wet weather conveyance. I'm pretty sure this will at least score out as an ephemeral stream. If you notice, it definitely has ordinary high water marks in here. So let's check it out and see what we get. All right, so this is a very short feature that I'm looking at right now, evaluating. And if you look here, it runs to this larger channel, which I'm about to go up in a minute. For the time being, let's explore this one and see what we got. If you look here, you'll see this little channel is full of plants, but these are Solidago gigantea, I'm pretty sure. So that's fac wet. That means those are going to be evaluated as wetland plants in channel. If you look over here in the thalweg, it's pretty clear of plants. It's another sign that water runs through here fairly regularly. Got you some drift deposits and stuff down there. You might can see that little bit of green right there. This is on mostly bedrock right here. So that is your filamentous algae, which is pretty strong in here. But if you look here, you'll also see a bunch of little roots, like right here. These are your fibrous roots in channel. That's pretty strong. Then you have some rack lines up through here that include a little bit of overbanking. So I'm gonna go ahead and score this thing out. All right, I'm gonna be scoring this thing out with this sheet right here. This one is from TDEC, or the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. This is actually a NRCS form that was developed for North Carolina, but it works good here in Christiana, Tennessee as well. So you'll notice I don't have anything circled here for primary indicators. There's none of that right now. But I went through and used the secondary indicator sheet, and that's how we're going to be scoring it. So if you look here, your bed and bank, though not super pronounced, is definitely identifiable throughout. So we're going to go ahead and call that either moderate plus or strong. You know, anytime you have to take a jump down to get in there, you know you have a pretty decent bed and bank. Sinuous channel, that's something I'll check back in the office. In-channel riffle pool sequencing, there could be a little. I put 0 on it because there's nothing obvious that stands out. Sorting of substrate, there's not really much of it. This is a pretty muddy bottom. It might be a little gritty if you put your hand in it and dig down, but most likely we can get away with calling this one absent. And no active relic floodplain. Right here you can see maybe a little depositional bar and bench where you have your thalweg coming through, and then over here, right here also, you see a little bit of the recent alluvial deposits. As I mentioned earlier, we have some filamentous algae in here, and we have wetland plants in the channel. but they're not in the Thalweg, but they're still in the channel, but they're all fac wet. It's all giant goldenrod, Solidago gigantea. So I think that's gonna score out as weak, possibly weak plus. Now we just need to check and see if we have any hydric soils. All right, I've looked in a few places in the channel and I'm not seeing anything that has any real obvious redox concentrations or oxidations. This soil right here looks to me like it would probably score out at about a 10YR 4.3 or so on the Munsell sheet. One other thing, I marked this as weak on grade control. That's because you can see some roots in there. They're sort of holding grade temporarily, not much going on. I'm pretty sure this is going to score out as an ephemeral for the Corps of Engineers and a wet weather conveyance for Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. All right, if you look, I scored this out to an 18. You need a 19 to actually score out as a stream, although that's really just a judgment call. It won't much matter. This thing is really short and it's going to this feature over here that is definitely probably going to score out as a stream. And that feature runs just a very short distance until it will hit I'm about to fall down, until it will hit Panther Creek. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I haven't found much of this kind of stuff on YouTube, so if you like it, subscribe and let me know what you think. I'll be doing more.